So this practice paper is slightly elaborate, but you will see the similar kind of questions that you have seen in our last quizzes. So basically the similar kind of questions, but uh, like this is a graph. Is it a sine graph or cos graph? First you identify it, then you go for the amplitude and period to find out which of the following equations and the given graph matches here. Okay, so uh, we can look at this. For example, this is a cosine graph because sine graph should start here from the origin. uh, this is a cosine graph and it is a negative cosine graph. This is a positive sine graph, this is a negative sine graph, and this is a negative cosine graph like this one. So we can start from here to understand it. And amplitude we can just measure from our from the central line of the given curve, how much is the height or how much is the from that central line, how much it goes up or how much it comes down. From there we can find out the amplitude, and that amplitude should match here with the number. Here all of them are 333 because all the graphs is amplitude is same, but they can be different. They can be different. And for finding the period, you can just compare with this. Another alternative is you can just look at the given equation, then go for the function. Suppose when you look at this, you should think this must be a negative sine graph having amplitude 3 and the period is 2 pi by omega. So omega equals to 1 by 2. So there is 1 by 2, that means 4 pi. So which of the graph is 4 pi negative sine amplitude 3? So then you just look at the graph, then you can easily find it out. So both way it actually works. This is for your help, like how this how to compare it, amplitude and period. Amplitude is always positive. That's why this modular sign is given. But the sign before this amplitude actually defines the shape. Is it a positive sign or negative sign, positive cos or negative cos? So this sign actually defines that. For more practice, you can look at 6.4, 21 to 30 number math in our book. Okay, like 6.4. Oh, 6.4. This is the 6.4. This is 6.4, and this math. This math. Find an equation for the graph. This is actually for the equation. This math. Equation is given and graph is given, so you can try to match it. These numbers. Page number is 404, like this. Then this one is from our section. It's not written here. Yeah, section 6.2. Page number is this. So this math also you have seen. This is not new. So t of theta equals to this function is given for 30 degree 10 feet. We will just have to do the calculation unless there is any other additional questions. For example, in one of the question we asked why the answer of A and C is same, or how can it be same although the angle is different, why the values is same. So in that case the answer was like the height increases, at the same time the length of the hypotenuse of this triangle also increases. So that both of them actually cancel out each other, both of them balances out each other. Okay, let me give you a practical example what happens here. Suppose if you run from, let's say, from a point A to B. Let me draw it. Suppose from a point A to B here, if you run suppose you run slowly, then you take 10 minutes, suppose. Yeah. Then you take suppose another point is C here, another point is D here, and here you run fast, you run faster than this, and then you take 10 minutes. So although both of them this A to B and C to D both are 10 minutes, but the rate of your running is not same. They are different. That's why it is 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Although the time is same, but the distance is higher in the C to D, and there you run faster. That's why your taken time is became same. So in this case, for 60 degree, the this box or this whatever it is block. So this block actually slides down faster when the angle is 60 degree. Let me draw it so that you understand. So suppose the line is like this, then the box actually drops faster. So from here to here and from here to here, their taken time is same, but their distance is different. Also for this higher inclined line, the rate of falling for this object is actually much more higher. They balances out each other. Just like this example, the distance is more here, but the block is falling faster. That's why the time can be same. Okay. So that was a question like why the answer. If you solve this A and C, you will see their answer is same. So that was the explanation why the answer is same. And how to solve it? One example is given here. You can just use the same process, same policy for all the maths. Here. Then this is from section 7.3. Two values are given. One is this, and another one is this. Which one is the solution of this given equation? So we can put pi by 4 here, for instead of theta. So sin pi by 4 equals to what? What is the value here? Sin pi by 4 means sin 45 degrees. Sin 45 degree means root 2 by 2 or 1 by root 2. Both is correct, but positive. That's why that means this is not the answer. So this must be the answer, or you can check it. I mean, in this case, if that is actually it is not mentioned that at least one of them are the correct, but since first one is not answer, so either this is answer or there is not none of them are answer here. So we can just put it here and try to find it out. If you are doing it in the calculator, you can actually check it by the calculator also. Pi means 180 degrees, so 5 into 180 divided by 4. Then whatever the answer comes, sine of that angle equals to what? This value will match with that with your answer. So this kind of maths actually you can solve by the calculator also. Both way is actually fine. So we said this is the hint. This is not the answer, by the way. So please don't take it as answer. This is a hint. Put both angles in the given equation, then check for which one you get the same answer as right hand side. So right hand side is this side, this one. So we can check it. For this kind of maths, I have seen some students are making a little mistake here. For example, this is actually 0 to theta and 0 is included, and then 2 pi, and 2 pi is not included. So if you get your solution 0, you will have to include it. If you get the solution 0, you will have to include it because 0 is included after this math. Of course, in this math, we do not have the solution 0, but in any math, when the conditions, in the condition, if you see that this equal to sign, then you will have to include it. I mean, in one of our last quiz, in a math, we have seen this similar problem. Anyway, so you will have to, the bottom line is you will have to carefully look at the boundary. Okay, boundary. So this is the hint. 2 sin square theta. This is the question. Let me bring it one side. Okay. So this is a hint. From here you send this one to the other side. So 1 goes to the other side, and then 1 divided by 2. Then square goes to the other side, plus minus is square root. So 1 by square root of 2. 1 by 2. This means you can write it as root 2 by 2. This thing. So many ways you can write. So root 2 by 2 means sine 45 degree. Then 45 degree will have reflection in all four quadrants. If I draw it very quickly, then it will be like if suppose this is our coordinate axis. Coordinate axis is here. It should come little bit here. It should come here. So this is the coordinate axis, and then and then you will have 48 degree here. Let's take the straight line. So we will have 48 degree here, then another solution is here. Since we have plus minus, so in every box you will have some solution. So another solution is here, another solution is here. Okay, everywhere you will have solution. And first solution, this is 45 degree, that means pi by 4. And this one you can find out, this is pi, that means pi minus pi by 4. Then you come here. We are counting everything from this side, that's why pi minus pi by 4. Another way to do it is pi by 2 plus pi by 4. Both will give you the same solution. And this will be pi plus pi by 4. Pi plus pi by 4. This will give you another solution, this solution. And this is easy, is 2 pi minus pi by 4. 2 pi minus pi by 4. Or you can do it this 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 4. This will also give you the solution. So we will have the solution of these questions in every in all 4 quadrants, like that. Then this math also, first of all, as you can see, this is sine here, this is cosine here. So we will have to bring it to cosine. Since you have cosine, you cannot change it. We can change it because sine square theta equals to 1 minus cos square theta. So by using, you can write here 1 minus cos square theta to change everything to cosine here. Now you can say, sir, can't we change it, this cosine to sine? This is since you have the formula, you know, sine square theta equals to what, cos square theta equals to what, square theta equals to what, that Pythagorean identity. So basically this changing this is easier. Of course, for only cos theta you will have some different other process policies, but that will make the maths unnecessarily that will take the maths unnecessarily in different direction. So sin square theta equals to cos square theta, then 2 into cos theta minus 1 equals to 0. This comes, first of all, we convert it from here. Sin square theta equals to 1 minus cos square theta. Then we do some little calculations to come to this point. Because as you can see, this is 2, this is 1. This, where is this another 1? It goes for, there is a 1 extra 1 coming from sin square theta. Yeah, 1 minus cos square theta. So 1, and then this is minus 2. So you have minus 1. Then we do the middle term factoring here. You have two answers. One is plus 1, both is plus 1, and plus 1 is at 0 degree for cosine. So we have just only one solution in this case, and see, 0 is included, that's why 0 is included in the answer. Actually, we have written the solution. The only value of the cosine theta is the only value of cosine theta, the value of cosine function, the only value of cosine function. Now think about where is the value of cosine function 1, that will be the solution of the given equation. That will be the solution of the equation. I just don't want to give the last time answer here because it is a practice paper. If I give you the solution, it's no good. But I think you can already see it from here. Although it is practice paper, I thought that if we give some hint, it will be better. For some maths, we have given some additional hint here. But I think by now actually you have the idea about all these things, since you have seen this kind of maths previously. Anyway, so this is how we get the solution. This B number and C number is somewhat similar. B number and C number is somewhat similar, just the function is a little different. So that's why calculation is little bit different. This question number 4 is from section 7.5. Find the exact value of this. So when we have pi by 12 or this kind of thing, first of all we try to break it down into two parts. Then we can use the formula sin alpha plus beta, cos alpha plus beta, or alpha minus beta, or tan formula, whichever fits here. We use that formula here. And in this case, we can write it. We can write it 4 pi minus 3 pi by 2. Then 4 pi minus 3 pi means pi. So that pi we get. And another way to solve this math is 2 pi minus 3 pi minus 2 pi. So 3 pi minus 2 pi means also pi. And for pi by 6 and for pi by 6 and for pi by 4, we have solved pi by, this will be 2 pi. So pi by 6, this will come pi by 6 if we change it. What I mean is, let me write it. What I mean by this, there is another way to solve this math. This is what I am trying to say. Another way is 3 pi by 12 minus 2 pi by 12. So in that case, it will become pi by 4 minus pi by 6. So this will be here in the bracket. This will be here in the bracket. In this case, in this way, if you want to solve, then we can use the sin alpha minus beta equals to what? We will get our solution. Sin alpha minus beta formula. Sin alpha minus beta formula is here. This formula, sin alpha minus beta. This formula. So yeah. Next one is this value and this value is given. We have to find out alpha plus beta equals to what, and alpha minus sin alpha plus beta equals to what, and tan alpha minus beta equals to what. So from this given information, actually we have seen some students are having difficulties in finding the quadrant. I think that was due to negative sign, but let me discuss it in any case. This is 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi, so that means this quadrant. Okay, because this is 0, this is pi by 2, this is 2 pi, and this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and then this is 0 and 2 pi. Okay, 0 degree and 2 pi, same line. Okay, so this angle is here, and then sine alpha equals to minus 4 by 5. If you draw a triangle, here, then actually we can start finding the answer. 5 means 5 is here, and sine minus 4 is here. That means 3 is here. So we can find the answer. This 3 comes from Pythagorean identity. Okay, because 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. So this is how we know. Then cos beta equals to here, and pi by 2 and pi. That means this quadrant, and then similarly we can draw this triangle and find out the solution. And in that case, let me show you. Let me give you a hint. So 13 will be here, and 12 is here. So this is minus 12, and then this will be then 5. 5 will be here. This is minus 12. This will be 5. Because 5, 12, 13 is also Pythagorean triplet, or you can find out it by doing some calculation. Pythagorean identity means hypotenuse square equals to sum of other two sides square, a square plus b square. Always, any two sides will be given, any two value will be given, then you will have to find out the other value to find out these other sides, So that's easy when you know it. Okay. And in your answer, sometimes positive will come, positive and negative will come in your answer, but you will have to think which value will fit your figure. Suppose in this case, plus minus 5. From the plus minus 5, we have taken plus 5. The reason is plus value fits in this figure. You see, this is the origin. So you go here, you write minus. Then you go up, it is plus, because this is positive y direction. This is positive y direction, so this will be plus. That's why we have taken the plus. So this way we can carry on this math. And then the formula. This formula sheet will be given in your paper, so don't worry about this formula. You should know the process, policy, the progress, how you want to make in your math. So that's the thing. Memorizing this formula is not necessary, but if you have some habituation with the formula, this is better. Okay, this is better. This is from 7.6, example number 5. This math is somewhat we have there. We have discussed this maths. This is also one of the math from the projectile motion. So first of all, sine theta cos theta we have here. So we understand that now there is a formula like sine 2 theta equals to 2 sine theta cos theta. So to make a 2 here, this is a rule in algebra, and that rule is, suppose you have 2. I'm just giving you a very simple example. Suppose you have 2x squared. Okay. Now let's say I tell you that try to make something whole square here and bring anything you need or you want to delete from here. So what you will do? Now you can make this 2 to 4. See this 4x square. But if you want to make this 2 to 4, then you will have to divide it by 2 also. I mean, you will have to divide it by 2. Then 2 and 4 cancel out, so you will get half. Then you will have to write this half outside, and we can write it to 2x whole square. Although everything is not whole square, something we have outside the bracket now. But these things became whole square, which somewhat we wanted. So if we need something, we can bring it in algebra or in any mathematical. Just we have to balance it in the both side. When it is equation, then in the left hand side and right hand side. When it is expression, in the up and down, we have to balance it always. If we bring something, we have to delete it in some way. We have to balance it always. So in this case, we need a 2 here. We need a 2 here. Then 2 sin theta cos theta equals to sin 2 theta. But since we cannot bring a 2, automatically we have to write it down also. Then this up and down will cancel out. Now this 2 is used for making the formula, but you have another 2 here. Not 1 by 2, just multiplied by 2. 16 into 2, which gives us the 36. This is the idea. Okay, this is our idea. The other maths are easy, just you put the value and do the calculation. Because the v square value is given, so put the v square value, and theta equals to given, just put the value, do the calculation. The idea for this math is, this is from 7.4, question number 104, and the idea is always for solving the trigonometric identity related maths, first idea is, if you see cosec theta, sec theta, different thing, then bring everything to sin theta and cos theta for your calculation benefit. So if we bring everything in sin theta and cos theta, it looks like this. Because you see, this is cosec. Cosec means 1 by sine. This is sec. Sec means 1 by cos. This is cosec. Cosec means 1 by sine. Then minus 1. We have this. Then we do some little LCM thing here. And here also LCM is possible. But now you can see math is almost solved, because this sine and this sine can be cancelled out. Then this cosine and this cosine can be cancelled out. Cos and cosine, same thing. So we can cancel out them. So basically you have 1 minus sin theta, 1 plus sin theta, which means 1 square minus sin square theta. 1 minus sin square theta means cos square theta. So basically we can easily come to cos square theta. Okay. In the next 1-2 line you will get the solution. We just have not written it here. And for B number, you will just have to put A equal to and theta equals to what? For what angle theta? This is maximum. We will have to look at for what value of sine, cosine it is maximum. Answer is maximum. Answer can be maximum. It is actually 0 degree. And it makes sense. Look, it makes sense. Suppose you want to, you have a torch light. Suppose you have a torch. You have some torch light or something, and you want to give some light here. So how can your light make it give some maximum light here when the light is directly straight in 0 degree angle with your target? Then actually you will get maximum light here. If your target is here and your light is pointing in some other direction, let's say this, then maybe you will get some light here, which is called ambient light, not the direct light. Maybe you will get some light here, but actual light, most of the light will go to another direction if the angle is different. So so it makes sense actually. If the angle is at 0 degree, 0 degree means one line, another line will fall on the previous line. That means 0 degree. So if it is 0 degree with the line of your target, then actually you will get the maximum light in the target. So it makes sense actually with the math, because the question is asking when you will get the maximum. And this is related to that kind of concept. If we read the question, there is some other elaboration in the in this page, in this question number. If we go, next question comes from, I think this is quite fresh in your mind still, because this is just related to some school loan, and this is from matrix algebra. So two people we have here, and we will have to first of all make some matrix A and B, then multiply AB, and then A into C plus B, C equals to this. So we have two questions here. Once again, repeat. Some students are let me drink some water. So some people are missing it. Compute and interpret. Compute means do the calculation and write the answer. You will not have to show all the calculation because that will take time. Also, typing takes time, so just answer is enough. And then what is your answer mean? You will have to write like what is the amount of Jamal, what is the amount of Tiffany here. So what is their value, you will have to give. And in this case also compute and interpret. So do not forget about it. This is cryptography related maths. This is 11.4, question number 87. So first of all, you will have to find, this is a given matrix, and you will have to find out the inverse. Answer is this in this case. If anyone guess different answers, so that you can check. In this case, we have given it. Use your results to decode this. That means you will have to do this k inverse 1 into E. We will have to multiply with this inverse and this thing. And how do we know? We know it from this line. K inverse 1 into E. We know it from that line. To get the solution in the C number, put alphabets for numerical values. That means this is 8. So which alphabet? English alphabet is 8th number position. Which English alphabet is in the 4th number position? You will write their alphabet instead of numerical value. Then we will have the answer in the C number. This is not the answer. This line is not the answer. This is just idea. This is related to the box plot. So you have seen this question actually. Find from the above box plot, find the median and range. So median is here, which is 13 actually, and range is 21 minus 3. Then you will get the range, because highest minus lowest is the range. Quartile 1, that means 1 is 6, another one is 9. Median for the both test. For both test, median is 12. And which test is better? You know which test is better here. Test 1 or test 2. We can compare it from quartile 1 for the both tests. This is the idea for solving this math. Let's try to give the same color here. This one. Which color? This one? I forgot. Oh no, not this. I think this. Yes, this. This is funny because they are slightly different when we put it here in terms of shade. Anyway, This question is 10 number question is related to the uh, bar diagram, then stem and leaf, this kind of thing, and then pie chart. Stem and leaf is here. So from the extract the data, extracting data is easy. Comedy is 4 people, action is 5 people, like this we can extract. Okay, and then from this pie diagram, how many grams of vegetables eaten in the total food, if the eaten, how many grams of vegetables eaten if the total food consumed is 800 grams. So that means 800 equals to 100. 100 means 800. 100% means 800. So vegetables this color. So this color 14%. So 14% means how many? Think how many? That means 100%. We can do it in many ways. 100% means 800. Then 14% means what? We will have to find out that 14% equal to what in this case. So it must be 800 divided by 100 into 14. Then we do it in the calculator, that will be the answer. And if it is, let's say, ice cream, so that will be 29 here, and this number will be 29. But the process is same. For the stem and leaf, if we say that extract the data, then it will be like 44, 46, 47, 49, 63, 64, etc. Now, if we ask you what is the mode of this data, what is the mode of this data? So it looks like 68 comes 2 times. See, there is no repetition. 8 here. That means 68 comes 2 times. 72 comes 2 times. So 68 and 72 must be the mode of this data. So you see, we can change the question a little bit. If we ask you what is the mode of this data, then mode will be 68 and 72. And you can actually find out visually also, if you don't want to go for the detailed writing. So instead of writing all these numbers, then arranging it in order, you just can have a look and think about the answer also. We can compare it with the vertical and horizontal line. So these are the idea. So like horizontal and vertical line, so where they meet, from here we can get the answer. To find out the percentage, we need to find out out of 100 what will be the answer. This is an example, general example of percentage. What does percentage means? Okay, but I already have shown you how to solve that maths. This is like what does percentage means and how to deal with the percentage in general. Some idea. This is not answer. This is not answer of that math. C number, the idea is we can start with 44, 46, then your last number will be this and first number will be this. This way it will continue. There will be some other numbers. Do not give dot 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 in your answer. I just gave here to mean that there are these numbers in the dot dot dot. Okay. And then sample data, standard deviation for sample data and variance. You have for data B, find the variance. Variance formula is this one, xi minus x mean divided by n minus 1. That means every individual data minus mean divided by n minus 1, and then sum of all these things. I think we missed a square here. Not mean is square. Everything is square. So yeah, then mean equals to sum divided by, this is the formula for mean and this is the formula for standard deviation. So we have both of these things here. We have both of these things here. Mean equals to sum divided by number of numbers. Standard deviation is equals to square root of square root of the variance. So we can actually find out, give the square root of this thing, then we will get the variance. All these things, whatever we get here in the answer, we can just give here one square root, so then we will get the answer. Then compare the data distribution in terms of the mean and standard deviation. So we can compare it like is it scattered, or the data are very closely packed to each other. We can compare it that way. Compare which value is smaller in the standard deviation, or the variance value, or the variance value. Let's give a comma here. The small compare with which value is smaller in the standard deviation and variance. Let's put the value small means that the data are closely packed, and the value big means that the data are scattered. If the value is too big, that means data are too scattered. Yeah. So this is the idea, like how we generate the decision. So you'll just like you'll look at your standard deviation or the variance. Suppose in data A, if your standard deviation is, let's say, 2.56, and then suppose in data B your standard deviation is, let's say, 1.36. So this value is small. That means in this case the data are closely packed. Closely packed means suppose here, like that, and here in this case the data will be scattered, like here, then some data far away. Here all the data are closely packed. Here all the data are little bit scattered. All the data are scattered. Okay. We can use the word from the mean or from the average position also. We can just for compare. We can do it that way also. We can connect it with that idea also. So if if this value is big, that means the data are scattered. If the value is small, then the data is less scattered, or the data are closely packed. Okay, uh, clustered around, tightly clustered around. We can say that also. And how you will know that? You will know from the calculation of both data. Suppose in this case mean of this first data and the standard deviation of the first data is given, so you can calculate the mean of the second data and the standard deviation of the second data. Then you can compare. Then we can compare it. Yeah, that's all for this paper and discussion. Let's make it the same color just to. This is not a 1 second. This is not the answer. You will have to generate your answer from this idea. This is the help. This is the hint. So that's all for this practice paper or revision for the final exam. Both we can say, and you can see that there are 11 questions actually here. So at least 11 questions. We have actually total 11 questions given here. So at least one of the questions will drop from here. So one of the topic of the question. So let's say this question you may not see, or let's say this question you may not see, or any question, like since there are 11 topic, not only question, all 11 topics. So one of the topic you will not see in your actual exam. So that's I mean, if anyone plan like, okay, I will have to prepare for just only this much question, so I'll prepare this topic. I'll not prepare other topics, because then I get these 7 questions. But one of the topic, if it do not come, then actually one of the question is automatically out of your list. So you'll have to count that. That's why I'm just mentioning it here. Anyway, thank you all. Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful semester with you all. I really enjoyed it, and your performance, your hard work, everything was really good. I'm really satisfied with your work. Everybody worked really hard, because I can see it in the WhatsApp group. Also individually, everyone always like worked in their own with their own speed and passion. and many answers I have received for the practice paper. Some students sometimes practice so much that their practice paper solution became 24 page, 16 page. That means for one quiz they at least practice 16 pages in their notebook. This is just only for the quiz, but in between also they also practice. So the students have done really amazing work, and that's what we always want. If you work hard, success is yours always. Also, you people are very smart, so success will be easier. So thank you all. Thank you very much once again. Have a nice and wonderful day and wonderful future ahead. All the best, and once again, thanks. Have a nice future, wonderful future.